called the Pi phone, the PI phone.
Some of these conspiracy theories have turned out to be true.
It is one thing for the Tesla phone to be better than the iPhone. It's another thing for the futuristic smartphone to be 10 times better than Apple's iPhone.
I'm so sour on Apple. That was such a dirty thing to me.
That was a pretty big deal. There was Twitter and others engaged in active suppression of information that was relevant to the public.
What makes the Tesla Model Pi phone extraordinary? Will Elon's cell phone revolutionize the cell phone industry?
Elon Musk says that he's reacting to this announcement, saying that if Apple is going to do this, that he's integrating OpenAI at the OS level, then Apple devices will be banned at his company.
Is this the end of Apple's iPhones? Join me today in this video where we will explore the Tesla phone that is 10 times better than the iPhone. Whispers that Tesla wants to get into the smartphone industry are nothing new, and many Tesla fanboys have taken this as an opportunity to fantasize about the possible design of the phone. Something about Tesla, though, is that it is a bully to any industry it gets into. Apple is already a legend in the phone industry, and the thought that some other phone could just get into the industry and ahead for its first position is crazy. When Apple signed up for the phone industry, it made things very clear about its game. This was the first mobile to set up an internet of its own, have the first clear camera, and a Play Store. What remained for other phone series like Samsung was just copy and paste, because Apple was on a different level of innovation. So far, we have seen that other phone manufacturers are just copying what Apple is doing, with a few modifications here and there, making Apple the leader. A phone that is to beat Apple should therefore be on a different level of innovation, and here Tesla has made it quite clear that things will be different from now onwards. Everything that Tesla has introduced to its Model Pi is new to the industry and pretty revolutionary. So here's Apple, the 14-year-old legend in the phone industry, and Tesla, a less than 1-year-old newbie, contesting for the best position. Tesla has some heavy blows to throw at Apple, as you will see in this video. Let's start with the camera. The current hype about buying a phone always begins by checking the quality of the camera. If a phone's camera is low quality, then it could be considered obsolete. Here, Tesla has given their fans an abundant amount of camera quality, 108 megapixels, as opposed to Apple, which is stuck at only 48 megapixels. Who wouldn't like to consider a phone with a better camera? But that's not all for the Tesla camera. They introduced another feature that will excite its users and make them beg for more of the Tesla Pi. What are we talking about? The camera's ability to multitask. That is unheard of. With the Tesla Model Pi, you will be able to take high-quality videos and photos at the same time. That's news for the photo and video lovers who have been wishing for someone to solve this problem. Yet, we are not done quite here. Tesla did not disappoint with the front camera, which is capable of 48 megapixel photo quality. Unfortunately, Apple has only a 12 megapixel front camera, making Tesla have the upper hand on this. Still, Tesla has more to show for its phone than just the high-quality camera. Tesla has a good track record when it comes to making high-quality products. They didn't mind making a good one for their phones. If you think Apple uses the toughest material for its phone, you will change your mind when you hear about what Elon Musk has done to the Tesla Pi phone. The Tesla Pi phone is not just like any other phone. It is made of one of the toughest alloys that are resistant to fire, not to mention that the phone is waterproof enabled. How else would the Tesla Pi phone fail to become 10 times better than Apple if it can brave the two most destructive elements, weather and fire? What's more, even if you drop your Tesla Pi from the tallest building, chances are it will survive the fall. It's a tough one. Speaking of which, the Tesla Pi phone is not a phone in this world because it connects you to the constellations. Elon Musk has a new satellite in space known as Starlink, which keeps promises of the best internet connection never thought possible before. We are talking about an internet connection that is possible even in the remotest areas of the planet. This means that you can live stream anywhere in the world without being worried about your internet connection. Plus, Tesla says that this satellite is capable of internet speeds as much as 92 megabits per second. Apple is no match here, as they solely rely on earthbound telecoms. Their iPhone 14 is not yet connected to the satellite as promised earlier this year, so they are still way behind the game. An internet connection makes the Tesla Pi phone 5 times better than Apple. But the possibility of mining crypto using a phone makes it 10 times better. That goes without saying. Up to this day, there's never been a phone capable of mining crypto. The process of mining crypto is so intense that it needs only the most powerful computers with very high processing speeds. However, the Tesla Model Pi decided to change the mining of crypto by bringing the most powerful tool into the hands of its fans. This is one of the most exciting features for Elon Musk, as it is his main push for his goal to settle on Mars. The phone will be enabled for mining Tesla's coins, also known as the Mars coin, which will be a currency for those who decide to go and settle on Mars. Before that happens, Earth dwellers will have the opportunity of mining the envied Mars coins and use them to settle some long-pressing bills. Getting into Mars coin mining will mean that you are supporting Elon Musk in his endeavor to establish a city on the Red Planet. But still, you cannot deny the benefits of this phone, which have qualities 10 times better than the legendary iPhone. Science fiction movies feature a lot of cyborg characters, but the Tesla Pi phone said enough of this childish play by bringing us a real-life cyborg. How is that possible? Welcome to Neuralink. Elon Musk established Neuralink as a way to help humanity communicate in new, exciting ways. So how does it work? A chip is implanted in the brain of a human, which will be connected to the Neuralink app on the phone. As a result, you will be able to operate your phone by just thinking about what you want. You'll be able to control the volume, brightness, ringtone, and which apps run with your thoughts. At this point, you will definitely be a cyborg. Apple, on the other hand, is yet to up its game, since even the thought of implanting a chip in the human brain is something new to the company. Apple has taken the back seat here, as Tesla is quickly revolutionizing how phones will be used from now henceforth. Being a cyborg would be quite stressful, especially if the phone has minimal processing speed and you want to have a good time playing video games using your thoughts. So Tesla decided to invest a handsome amount of processing speed in its Model Pi, which ranges between 16 gigabytes and 32 gigabytes of RAM. Apple, on the other hand, offers a fairly good processing speed that spans between 8 gigabytes and 16 gigabytes of RAM. But there's an interesting trend here. It seems that Tesla takes over right from where Apple has left and takes the game to a different level. No wonder Tesla Model Pi is 10 times better than Apple. A phone is not complete without a well-powered battery. How much does Tesla have to offer for its battery capacity? Up to 7,500 milliamps of battery capacity. That's about 3 days without needing any charge. It is always frustrating to have to charge your phone every now and then after some intensive usage. Apple has tried with a battery capacity of 4,500 milliamps, but all the customers will appreciate the Model Pi, which has a larger capacity. You might be deceived into thinking that Apple phones are faster charging than Tesla until you get to the knowledge that the Tesla Model Pi only needs half an hour to fully charge. iPhone customers have raised several concerns on how the magnetic charging is painfully slow, and yet patience is not a virtue common with most humans. Tesla still went ahead to add something else that would solve the charging problem forever. What did they do this time? They added a thin layer of solar-powered panels at the back of the phone. With this feature, whenever you see your battery levels going down, all you need to do is flip your phone and let the sun do what it does best. Having the solar charging feature means that a Tesla Pi phone would not need a mobile cover. However, the design was intentional because, instead of a cover, the Tesla Pi phone will be capable of changing colors thanks to its photochromic feature. So whenever you want to wear red and have a phone with a similar color, the Tesla Model Pi will change to red accordingly. Both Tesla and Apple phones have an eye for beauty. But let's just say that Tesla designers have a better eye for beauty and detail than Apple designers. For the 14 years that Apple has had on the smartphone industry, they have only varied the colors of their different brands, but automatically changing the colors of their phones is something new to Apple. We cannot finish this comparison before adding something about Tesla's Model Pi privacy policy, which will even surpass that of Apple's iPhone 14 update. If you're not sure what we're talking about in the iPhone 14 update, here's the full story. Apple has a knack for ensuring their users' privacy is kept hush-hush. With their new update, they put a tool that gave their users the decision to allow apps to track or not track their private data. Meta was hard hit by this update as they like to harvest users' private data at an industrial level. Elon Musk was happy about this update as he's very cross with how Facebook mines user data for their gain. It will be no surprise that the Tesla Model Pi will have a feature that will give its users even greater power to choose how their data is being shared by third-party applications. Now, the Tesla Pi phone is quite futuristic, But we all know what Elon Musk is capable of when he decides to get his hands on something. For now, we can be on the lookout for something big from this tech guru, and you can bet that it's going to be 10 times better than the iPhone.
20. Hyperloop trains. The emergence of hypertrains has changed the face of transportation for good. Before now, air travel seems to be the fastest way to move between distances. However, Hyperloop trains are giving airplanes a run for their money by not only being faster, but cheaper and less polluting. We have got a 3-in-1 package here. Currently in development by many companies, integrating hypertrains into public transportation means that we would see passengers traveling at over 700 miles an hour in a floating pod that races along the insides of giant pressure tubes. These giant tubes, which could either be above or below the ground, are what does the magic. With Hyperloop trains, people would make the 350-mile journey between Los Angeles and San Francisco in just 35 minutes. And guess what's the most exciting part? The trip will cost just a $20 ticket. Unlike traditional trains that use wheels, the Hyperloop trains use electromagnets to elevate and move along the tracks. One set of magnets repels the train from the track while the other moves the elevated train along the track. This explains why the trains run faster than conventional trains, despite using less energy. Although the construction costs for this new transit system are high, it's a win-win situation for us when we consider the benefits of switching to a clean, convenient, high-speed travel system. This would take the pressure off gridlocked roads, meaning that we would have fewer vehicles on the roads and a reduction in air pollution caused by the use of fossil fuels. 19. Robotic exoskeletons. You have probably encountered them in a sci-fi movie. Now, you are about to see them in real life, thanks to the doggedness of scientists to keep breaking barriers in technology. Robotic exoskeletons are an emerging technology that is designed to augment human strength. For those who work manual labor jobs, this is a welcome development because it means they would have increased strength to lift heavy objects with minimum effort. With an exoskeleton, we can all be Superman. Robotic exoskeletons are sometimes called wearable robots because they are equipped with a built-in artificial intelligence AI system that uses sensor data to guide operations. These wearable robots also see application in the medical field, as using frames powered around patients' legs can help rebuild their strength after injury. We can trust that some developed countries are already using this technology to help their soldiers recuperate from an injury. The juicy side of this technology is that it has the potential to make patients on wheelchairs walk on their feet. From soft exoskeletons to passive exoskeletons that don't use electricity, scientists boast that we have barely scratched the surface of exoskeleton technology. Who knows what we could still use these robotic exoskeletons to do? Maybe they could help us fly in the sky? We never can tell. Let's wait to see what researchers will bring up next. 18. Self-driving cars. Since Carl Benz developed the first automobile in 1885, car manufacturers have launched several makes and models of vehicles into the market to outperform one another. However, none of their creations beats the possibility of the mass use of driverless cars. Self-driving cars are a technological wonder because they use a combination of sensors, cameras, radar, and AI to travel between destinations without a human operator. Imagine working on a report on your laptop in the backseat of a vehicle while heading to work, yet there is no driver. It's mind-blowing. This is why companies like Tesla, BMW, Audi, Ford, Google, Volvo, and General Motors are focused on developing and testing driverless cars. These self-driving cars rely greatly on artificial intelligence to operate. They use large amounts of data from image recognition systems alongside machine learning and neural networks. The cars have been designed to identify traffic lights, trees, curbs, pedestrians, street signs, and other parts of a given driving environment, making it possible to move between destinations without a driver. The autonomy of driverless cars hopes to tackle reckless driving by human drivers, which is a welcome development. 17. Biometrics. The use of biometrics has taken security to another level, as it has a wide range of applications in human lives. From being used in healthcare, banking, and hospitality to payment processing, biometrics is the future of security technology. Biometric authentication entails facial and fingerprint recognition to meet security and ethical demands in different industries. In the banking and finance sector, biometrics are used to secure digital transactions while providing customers with a frictionless user experience. Biometric technology advancements have led to the integration of iris recognition and DNA testing in its authentication methods. It also sees application in brick-and-mortar establishments where staff require identity authentication. The ability of biometrics to facilitate multi-factor authentication and contactless payment explains why it's being used in financial services. Other early adopters of this technology are the government, military and defense, automotive, and healthcare industries. Thus, it's not surprising that the biometrics market has been projected to reach $136.18 billion by 2031. 16. Deepfakes. Imagine someone wearing a disguise that looks just like your face and body that makes everyone believe they are you. That's what deepfake does. It doesn't stop here. Imagine that the same person spoke and sounded just like you. Sounds crazy, right? This is what the emergence of deepfakes has caused. Deepfakes make use of deep learning, which is an AI tool, to make images of fake events. With deepfakes, you can transform your favorite footballer into a hip-hop star and have him rap whatever you want. Once you understand how to use this technology, you can create any fake video you want. However, it is not used for videos alone. It can also be used to create fictional photos from scratch. From audio and video to pictures, media tools are being manipulated by deepfakes. Hence, the growing concern about this technology because it has been used to produce fake videos of public figures and celebrities. Also, the fact that it is getting more difficult to recognize deepfakes means that it has become an effective tool for misinformation and propaganda. 15. Self-healing concrete. Ever watched a film where a villain was shot with a gun or cut by a machete and he begins to self-heal immediately? In some cases, the villain might lose an arm or leg and it grows again. Sounds impossible? That's what we all thought until researchers developed self-healing concrete. This technology has taken the construction industry to another level, as the durability of many structures is about to shoot up. Self-healing concrete refers to a material that can regain strength and seal itself after it has cracked. This is just the basic idea. The self-healing concrete technology is based on introducing bacteria into concrete so that biomineralization can take place to heal cracks. Concrete will inevitably crack, but what happens is that these cracks, which often start microscopic, widen. A widened crack means that the concrete strength is reduced, and it increases permeability. The concrete's increased permeability can damage the steel reinforcement, rebar, embedded inside the material. Here's how a self-healing concrete solves this problem. The bacteria inside the concrete will lie dormant until a crack forms. Once the crack forms, the bacteria will use the mist of the material to produce calcium carbonate, which will fill the cracks in the cement paste matrix. In addition, calcium carbonate can help prevent further penetration of aggressive ions into the concrete and help it regain strength. Isn't this amazing? If we can integrate this technology on a large scale, it means that billions of dollars will be saved when it comes to structure maintenance. 14. Xenobots. First, robots came as machines that can think like humans and perform similar functions. Now, we have living robots. Scientists keep raising the bar every day. According to scientists, xenobots are the first living robots since they can now reproduce. These xenobots were formed from the stem cells of the African clawed frog, Xenopus laevis, and they are about 0.04 inches wide. They are not even up to 1 millimeter. After several experiments, scientists unveiled these living robots which could move, work together in groups, and even self-heal. The xenobots can reproduce using kinetic replication. They are the product of a combination of molecular biology and artificial intelligence. Although we are still limited in the practical applications of this technology, researchers believe that xenobots can be used to perform different tasks in the body and environment. From collecting microplastics in oceans and inspecting root systems to regenerative medicine, there is a wide range of possible applications for these living robots. 13. Virtual reality. Virtual reality, often called VR, is one of the technologies with the highest projected potential for growth. Virtual reality aims to create an immersive experience for its users. The gaming industry is one of the early adopters of this technology, and they have leveraged it to provide gamers with a better user experience. With VR, gamers feel like they are right inside the game as they explore the virtual world of the gaming application. Virtual reality works with human vision, transporting them into a virtual world where you can control the environment using your hands. Here, you are the master of your own ship. This cutting-edge technology doesn't stop at games or entertainment alone. It can also be used in real estate, such as property showcases, virtual home staging, architectural visualization, and building guides. VR technology transcends into industrial design, digital marketing, engineering and robotics, education, learning, aviation, and even medicine. 12. Blockchain. Another technology that has the potential to revolutionize the world is blockchain. Blockchain has a secure place in the ever-growing digital world. A blockchain is a distributed ledger that duplicates and distributes transactions across the network of computers participating in the blockchain. This digital ledger is like a Google spreadsheet shared among various computers in the network. Here's the intriguing part. Anyone can see the data, however, no one can corrupt it. Blockchain technology sees applications in money transfer, smart contracts, the Internet of Things, IoT, personal identity security, logistics, and NFTs. The emergence of this technology helps many large financial institutions to eliminate bureaucratic red tape as they save time and money when they transfer money using blockchain. This technology has helped improve the quality of healthcare services because doctors can securely manage and gather insights on sensitive health information. More importantly, if nations can adopt blockchain, we will have our governments work more efficiently. 11. Wearable technology. Wearable technology, also known as smart wearables, has opened us to a new world where anything you wear can become a utility item. Wearable technology involves any kind of electronic device designed to serve a purpose on the user's body. This technology can be integrated into smart rings, glasses, clothing, earphones, medical wearables, smart sensors, and biosensors. The most common usage is smartwatches, which can be used to make payments and even monitor one's health. The future of this technology is that it enables interconnectivity among devices, so data can be shared between wearables and mobile phones. The icing on the cake is that this technology can be developed to integrate energy harvesting, which involves converting body heat, body movement, and solar energy into power. This is the point where we all scream, "Eureka!" Currently, we have companies working on wireless devices that don't need to be actively charged. Instead, they will use the power generated from energy harvesting. If we can successfully launch any of these products into the market, it means that future generations are in for a good ride. 10. Autonomous robots. The general notion is that robots are subject to human control. While this is true for most cases, autonomous robots sometimes challenge the notion. The development of autonomous robots became important for environments where human control is impossible or is not cost-effective. As the name suggests, they autonomously perform both physical and computational behaviors. The great news about this technology is that it can be adopted into various fields, such as mechanics, artificial intelligence, biology, and natural systems. Autonomous robots are here to make life easier for us. Unlike remote-controlled robots, autonomous robots can be used in warehouses and distribution centers, cleaning and disinfection, hospitals and healthcare services, grocery stores, and hospitality. Autonomous robots can work as autonomous security robots, ASRs, working with existing security staff. Although autonomous robots have their limitations, they are highly efficient in improving the quality of human life. 9. The metaverse. For decades, humans have toyed with the virtual world concept, leading to the birth of the metaverse. The metaverse is an emerging technology that combines virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, to enable multimodal interactions with digital products, virtual settings, and people. The metaverse allows humans to live in and experience a virtual world. Previously, we could only communicate and interact digitally using phones and messages. The metaverse has changed the tide in our favor as it presents endless possibilities regarding digital interaction. The metaverse helps users enjoy various 3D visuals and 2D experiences. Here, people can actively seek information using inbound discovery and use outbound marketing to communicate to other individuals whether they request it or not. The metaverse has greatly boosted the creator economy because it makes it easy to design web apps without coding. It has made it easier for more people to walk the path of web designing. Metaverse helps us to represent ourselves digitally using avatars that are exact clones of our physical forms. Sounds like an out-of-this-world experience? That's the whole idea in the first place. 8. Starlink Internet. If there is one thing Elon Musk is known for, then it's being a master in innovation and enabling its mass use. One of Musk's innovative products that has transformed communication is the Starlink Internet. Starlink is a satellite-based internet service by SpaceX, owned by Musk. Starlink is a low-Earth orbit, LEO satellite constellation of nearly 1,500 satellites. It is designed to provide low-latency, high-speed internet services to underserved areas worldwide. Starlink is here to revolutionize global data transfer and connectivity. With plans to increase its satellites to 12,000, Starlink will provide a high-speed internet connection to many users on Earth. This internet technology comes with the competitive edge of being reliable and has minimal latency and high-speed data transmission. Thus, even remote and hard-to-reach areas will enjoy stable and reliable internet. Starlink is designed to operate using distributed antenna technology, enabling businesses in urban and remote areas to expand into new markets. More so, this technology fosters collaboration between businesses and communities and reduces the cost linked with data transfer. 7. Genomics. Genomics deals with the study of the complete genetic material of an organism and is performed using bioinformatics, processes of DNA sequencing, and recombinant DNA technology. Scientists say that genomics is here to improve our lives, and we can't help but agree with them. Genomics is useful in providing more accurate and cost-effective diagnosis and genetic testing. With genomics, healthcare has been improved because it enables earlier detection of diseases and those at risk. Genomics aids antenatal testing using cell-free fetal DNA, tissue typing and transportation, and rapid response to infectious disease outbreaks through pathogen sequencing. It has birthed the field of study called pharmacogenomics, where we analyze how a patient's genetic makeup affects their response to drugs. Also, thanks to genomics, we might uncover a new way of getting biofuels from algae and cyanobacteria. 6. 5G cellular network. In simple terms, 5G means a 5G generation network and is a successor to the 1G, 2G, 3G, and 4G networks. However, 5G differs from other cellular networks we have used. The implementation of 5G technology is set to initiate a revolution in several industries, such as healthcare, education, and transnation, amongst others. 5G technology is characterized by high-speed internet that allows the seamless streaming of high-quality videos, quicker downloads, and enables the interconnectivity of multiple devices simultaneously. 5G is super reliable and has negligible latency that enables the expansion of our mobile ecosystem. The development of 5G is designed to help us experience a network where everyone and everything is connected virtually, including machines, objects, and devices. 5G is set to foster safer transportation, remote healthcare, precision agricultural practices, and digitized logistics. As expected, the emergence of 5G will impact the global economy. 5G is expected to drive global growth by creating 22.8 million jobs and leading to $13.1 trillion in economic output. 5. 3D printing. If you want to feel like a magician for some minutes, try 3D printing. 3D printing, or additive manufacturing, creates three-dimensional objects layer by layer using a computer-aided design. With 3D printing, we have less material usage as it is used to build one whole 3D component instead of building the part from several components. 3D printing technology is used in the aerospace industry, extending to the aerospace field. Engineers now use 3D printing to create light but geometrically complex parts, such as blisks. Due to its inherent weight and cost reductions, the automotive industry has adopted 3D printing. It enables automobile engineers to rapidly prototype new and bespoke parts for test or small-scale manufacture. 3D printing is also used in the medical field, as it is used to produce made-to-measure implants and devices, such as quickly creating hearing aids from a digital file that is matched to a scan of the patient's body. The list of 3D printing applications also includes the rail and robotics industry. 4. Renewable energy. The desire to harness nature's resources for our own good led to the birth of different renewable energy technologies. Adoption of renewable energy means that homes, businesses, and in essence, nations will no longer have to rely heavily on fossil fuels for power. Compared to fossil fuels, which harm our environment, renewable energies help us attain a clean energy future. From solar and wind energy to geothermal heat, renewable energy applications include solar-powered trains, food waste solar panels, bladeless wind turbines, rechargeable tires, 3D printed solar energy trees, and waste power planes. In the coming decades, renewable energy hopes to transform our world into a green sector that balances the earth and nature. 3. Space exploration and space colonization. Humans have been forever fascinated by space and what lies on other planets. By using astronomy and space technology, scientists are not only seeking to explore space to learn about other planets and check for sources of life, but for us to move there. That's right, you heard correctly. Recent space exploration technologies are focused on space colonization. Our planet Earth is a great place to live, but the possibility of living permanently in outer space or other celestial bodies is more exciting. Developed nations are hoping to use outer space as an extraterrestrial territory for both settlements and mining activities. So far, only temporary space habitats have been set up, but in the coming decades, as space technology advances, we are bound to see more people migrating to outer space to live there permanently. 2. Quantum computing. Quantum computing is scientists' innovation towards solving problems too complex for classical computers. This rapidly emerging technology leverages the law of quantum mechanics to solve classically intractable problems. This new computing method is skilled in parallel processing, where it performs multiple calculations simultaneously due to its superposition property. Also, it is great at simulating quantum systems which are difficult or impossible for classical computers. It not only solves the problems that classical computers cannot, but it also does it faster, and we see its effects in improvements in drug discovery, cryptography, and financial modeling. 1. Nanotechnology and material science. Nanotechnology is the branch of science and engineering focused on designing, producing, and using structures and devices and systems by manipulating atoms and molecules at the nanoscale. By nanoscale, we mean 100 millionth of a millimeter or less. It's super tiny. The effects of this technology in material science are that it can be used to produce flexible materials, lightweight armor, stealth materials, wear-resistant coatings, and anti-corrosive paint masks. On the surface, nanotechnology is being used for innovative fashion products. However, we can trust that many developed nations are using this technology to produce high-tech wearables for soldiers. These technologies are no doubt intriguing, and scientists are bound to roll out more life-improving technologies in the coming days. Thanks for watching another episode of Voyager. While you are still here, click on the video on your screen for more quality